I've actually watched the Jamie Foxx stand-up comedy. It was actually dope. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Him bringing out his daughter, them singing together, him even sharing tears. I'm like, yo, this is the weirdest stand-up comedy. Because I'm sad more than I'm happy. You know, he speaks a lot about Jesus Christ and the way that he got out and everything. But one thought always in my head was, look around the camera and stuff, like, I still can't see the tattoo in the back of his head. Remember that video that went viral at McDonald's? Like, yo, that's Jamie Foxx. Where his tattoo go? He had a tattoo in the back of his head.
So for all my conspiracy theorists out there, tell me you do not see that line going around the whole circumference of his head where he previously had a tattoo right there. All right, so for those that say it was laser removed, his tattoo did not cover the whole circumference of his head, but yet this scar does. So y'all trying to tell me that that's the real Jamie Foxx, right? Okay.
And speaking of they clone Tyrone, isn't Jamie Foxx part of that?
He came out looking. They were like, "Where's the tattoo?
Where's his tattoo on the back of his head?"
They showed a picture of him.
He was in like McDonald's or Wendy's or some damn where. It looked like the clone was just testing itself out. Like, yeah, all right, I'm out. Let's see what's going on. I'm happy to be in the world. It seemed like the clone was literally testing himself out. But my thing is, where was the tattoo on the back of his head? And it just makes you wonder, like, do they do this shit to, like, play with us, to, like, see if we know, to see if we still dumb, to see how many of us are dumb, to see how many of us are brainwashed so they can know how many more to continue to brainwash?
Some people said he had a hair transplant. I've seen that rumor a lot, and they got to cut a scar around the back of your head. I get that. But how big is the scar that is going to remove that big of a tattoo and leave no remain? And you think that while he's dealing with a stroke and everything he spoke about in the stand-up comedy special on Netflix, he was worrying about getting laser hair removal so the scar won't look too bad on the back of his head? Myron said he had the scar and it was so small people said they couldn't see it. I think Nico was like, oh yeah, no, I can't even see it. And he's like, oh yeah, word, good looks. Yeah, they cut a thin layer of your skin and flap it open and pull hairs out.
The hair is back though, man.
And it doesn't even look like surgery hair. It looks like real hair, yeah.
Yeah, man, like basically what they did was they cut a scar around the back of my head.
You can't see the scar, really.
You can't see it?
No.
Yeah, they cut a piece of your skin, bro, cut it open, and then there's hair follicles on that skin, and they pluck out each hair follicle and put it into the parts where your hair is thin. So for me, my thinning spots were up here and in the back. And it's still not fully done all the way up here, but...
It's gonna keep going?
Yeah, it's gonna keep going. Oh. And I'm like...
So that cut is gonna be big enough to remove an entire tattoo from the back of your head. You're telling me that while he was recovering, he's also getting laser removal in the back of his head from his tattoo. It just doesn't add up. And I haven't seen this book. It looks like Katt Williams has something to say about this. Remember, we went to the Dark Matter tour, so we saw him going crazy about McDonald's fries and a whole bunch of other things. That was hilarious. I was my first time ever seeing Katt Williams. But it looks like he's still on tour, and now he's speaking about Jamie Foxx. And the Jamie Foxx special we just saw, he's saying that he don't believe that's Jamie Foxx. He really thinks that's again, with a little flair of jokes, is Katt Williams. Don't forget, one of the greatest I've ever done it before. A lot of people say that he's what started, what took the lid off the can. Sub up. Please share your thoughts down below. I want to know how you feel about this subject. Have you saw this previously? Have you went to the Dark Matter tour or his current tour that he's currently on? Let me know down below. We're doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. If you haven't seen some of the unboxings we've done here previously, go check them out. But all you got to do is follow me on Instagram, where I will be naming the winner at 10,000 subscribers, and subscribe to the channel.
I saw Jamie Foxx's special. I didn't know what to think. 5 minutes in, I'm crying like a baby. What am I doing crying at a special? Jamie Foxx ain't I'm gonna make you watch his funeral.
Yo, that's crazy.
Televised his funeral. He ain't even dead. He was just up there. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly. I don't know shit. I just be up here talking. I love Jamie Foxx. Let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. Clone. His clone ain't. His clone kept on messing up. The clone showed up with a face full of freckles. We ain't never even seen Jamie Foxx with freckles. This clone is stupid as hell. The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head.
That's the part.
I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. I I still don't know what had happened was. Started the story with, and somebody gave me an aspirin, and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That sounds like somebody gave you a dick. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared. And they don't invite me nowhere because they know what the is up. I want to see the shenanigans, but I do not want to participate. This one I knew I was going to Jamie. Having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball. But I don't love basketball like that.
Yo, I said the same thing. We've seen a lot of, remember, if you watch the special, Jamie's like, nah, I left before it got crazy at the Diddy parties. I'm like, yo, we've seen a lot of interviews about Jamie talking about how much he parties with Diddy, and Diddy spends so much money on parties, and how he threw a crazy party one time for Diddy with half the money, and Diddy was impressed. And a lot of Jamie Foxx and Diddy stories. Now he's never been there. Something wasn't adding up. Talking about,
hell no, nigga, I left them parties early. I was out by 9, nigga. Something don't look right, nigga. It's slippery in here, nigga.
So I started hanging out with Puff like back in the day, and I know the story don't make sense, but it's gonna make sense. I would hang out and watch him throw parties. He threw a party and he said, yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million. I'm like, you are out of your mind. And I said, Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400. That will rival this party. And he got pissed at me. He said, yo, don't play with me. You know I am. I'm Diddy, you know what I'm saying? But in LA, I'm known for throwing like these cool little parties. Well, he called like Saturday morning, yo, Playboy, I'm in town, make it happen. I said, cool. So I went into my little phone, called about 200 of the coolest people. They all came to my house. Puff showed up with, you know, SUVs and FBI. It was just, you know, it's crazy. So he gets out and he comes in my house and he looked, he said, oh, that's the girl on that show and that's the guy on that show. And I said, yeah, we're all friends. We all hang out. He said, oh man, this is great. And I said, yeah, but Puff, look over there on the dinner table. I got Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put it in a nice plate. I said, I got Coca-Cola. I put it in a pitcher. We're at $208 and we are killing it right now.
Naked basketball sounds crazy. Again, everything that he said in this video was alleged. He said everything was alleged. There's no factual information. But hear that he was allegedly having basketball games like this. Freckled face Jamie, no tattoos on the back of his head. I watched that like, why does Jamie Foxx look different? This don't look like Jamie Foxx. It looked like Jamie, but it don't. It looked like the Madame Tussauds figurine got possessed and walked off the shelf. Like, you know how those wax figures, like, they always slightly off? They look like, oh, it looks really close. It looked close, but it didn't look 100% like Jamie. How did you guys feel watching? It's funny to see him also starting by saying that when he started watching it, he was crying tears. So was I. I watched it, I'm like, yo, this is the weirdest stand-up. I've never felt like this before during a stand-up comedy event. But with everything that Jamie was dealing with, I think it was done very well. I don't know if it would be considered a stand-up comedy. Probably, I'll call it a stand-up. I'll leave the comedy out. Wild to see Katt Williams, a man that they're saying started 2024. Even he said, he basically told us he likes to see all this crazy stuff on the internet, all this wild viral stuff, but he don't want no parts. Katt, protect yourself, please. Please, we love you, Katt. Katt, they arrested you 77 times before, and we always see them let you go. There is a reason why nothing would stick on him. Is it because they knew that he was trying to be on this time in his stand-up comedy? Let me know. There's no promo either on his comedy tour. They keep this under the rug. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you a fan of Katt Williams? I love Katt Williams. One of my favorite stand-up comedians ever. Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, and Katt Williams are my personal 3 favorites. I've seen 1 out of 3. I still got to see Dave. Obviously, 1 is not possible to see. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you. I'm gonna tell you once, I'm gonna tell you again. I still got all his Def Comedy Jams, the times that he went up there on DVD. Like, I have still his Def Comedy Jam. Don't got no DVD player, but I got the DVD. Sub up. Please share your thoughts about it. Did you feel like me and Katt Williams, like something was off with Jamie Foxx in that? Like, I don't know, he looks slightly different.